Here's what happened during the 5th week of the Greenhouse Season 3. For the Greenhouse Challenge, players were randomly split into 2 teams. Edmund was not put on either team, and he played the Joker for the round. Interestingly, after last round, the group was more or less split in half, with Abrielle and Shane trying to recruit Bryn and Edmund to one side, Kat and Olivia floating in the middle, and Shakira and Thomas on the other side, with Zach having flipped on Bryn, Shane, and Abrielle. For the challenge, players had to decide to either support their team or support themselves. Both groups ultimately gave all the points to the team. Edmund had to break the tie. Edmund ultimately gave the team of Olivia, Thomas, Bryn, and Shane the win. Edmund put Olivia, Thomas, and Bryn in the greenhouse and left Shane out. He told Shane later that this was to conceal their alliance. Shakira asked Shane what his team promised Edmund in order to get the win. Shane refused to tell Shakira, which is shocking because the other team also offered Edmund safety.
So at the end of last round, I had Shane and Abby come up to me, and they basically said, like, we just need to form an alliance with us 3 and Bryn, which I kind of agree with. But I think I'm in the middle, because they're worried about Zach and Shakira and Kat, but they've all told me good things. I didn't like that I just had to show my cards in that competition, because I was hoping that Venus flytrapping Brady would give me some time. But I literally just had to screw over a bunch of people, and the 2 sides were split up evenly on each team. But I am still riding with Thomas, and I wanted to make sure he was safe along with Bryn and Shane. I'm gonna try and make sure Abby doesn't go up. I tried to give Olivia 3rd because I feel like I'm trying to build rapport with Olivia, so I want her to think I'm taking her seriously. And yeah, I'm just trying to play both sides, but I just had to show my cards again. So I just did the ballsiest move in the game by Venus Flytrap, and now I was stuck between choosing two sides. But I am still riding with Thomas as of now, but he has a lot of deals, and I think he's closer to people I don't want to be close with. I think my next target is Shakira, but I know Thomas is really close with her. And I hope Shane's not pissed off at me for giving him 4th.
In the greenhouse, Bryn chose the rose, Olivia chose the sunflower, and Thomas, in first place, chose 2 seeds instead of the safety of the flowers. Olivia told Shane that she would not nominate Shane this time because she already put him through the ringer once. It should be noted that we're at the final 9 of the game. From here on out, the sunflower only nominates 1 player, and if the uproot is used, a replacement nominee must be named. Shakira asked Edmund what the other side offered him in order for him to choose them in the challenge, and Edmund said it was just safety. Shakira told Zach, Edmund, and Thomas that Shane was being a bit shady after the last challenge. Thomas said that he expected to see Shane go up, even though he was on the winning team. Because Shane was not sent into the greenhouse, he was not safe from nomination. Olivia told Kat that she would be safe from nomination. Olivia would probably be nominating Shakira because Shakira had targeted Olivia as early as week 1. Olivia had promised Shane safety because Shane was on her team for the challenge. Additionally, she had promised Edmund safety because Edmund gave her the win. Additionally, she had promised Kat safety because Kat was one of her closest allies in the game. Whenever Shakira walked up to Olivia and Kat, she told them about the alliance that Zach leaked to Shakira between Shane, Abrielle, Bryn, and Zach, who had flipped. Edmund, Abrielle, and Shane talked about Thomas's confidence in the game. He had placed first in the challenge and chose seeds instead of safety. Additionally, Edmund brought up Shakira and Zach's relationship. Shakira and Zach kept talking bad about each other to the other players, but they would meet one-on-one consistently. Edmund thought something was up.
Who do you trust at this point in the game? Who are your allies?
Is nobody a good answer? I think Shane is on my side. I don't know what Thomas is doing. I would love to be with Thomas, but I don't know what's going on. I mean, Zach's playing both sides, and Shakira and I have no relationship, and she's backseat driving, so.
So who do you want to see go?
Shakira kind of goes for Olivia, too. I can't really get a read on her. I think she's played herself very well. I don't know how much she's in my corner. I don't think she is at all. If I had to see someone go, Shakira, Zach. I mean, I don't really want to see Olivia go, but if you're not on my team, like if you're not with me, you're against me, you know what I mean? But really, anybody that's not me. If we can get a majority of me, Edmund, Shane, and Bryn, I would like that. That would be nice. But I'm getting a little worried about endgame and how to navigate that far ahead, because I feel like every round I'm starting over and have no idea who's actually with me and what's going on, so I'm kind of just winging it.
Shakira went to Bryn, Kat, and Abrielle and leaked the alliance that Zach had leaked to her. This is the alliance between Abrielle, Shane, Bryn, and Zach. Keep in mind, 2 of the 4 people in this alliance are in the room. Abrielle downplayed the agreement, saying that it was more of a, yeah, we'll watch out for each other kind of deal, instead of an outright promise to each other. Edmund apologized to Shane for not putting him in the greenhouse, because it was looking like no one in the greenhouse would side with Shane and Edmund and Abrielle. Luckily, Edmund was still in good with Thomas's side of the game. Thomas expected to see some combination of Abrielle, Zach, and Shakira on the block. Edmund told Thomas that he wanted to see Abrielle stay, but Thomas said that he thought Zach and Shakira would be more loyal. Shane, Abrielle, and Bryn met in the library. Shane said that the 3 could no longer trust Zach because he had leaked the alliance. Bryn said that she was comfortable nominating Shakira, especially since Shakira was so willing to reveal everything that Zach had told her. Olivia told Shakira that she would probably be Olivia's replacement nominee. Olivia was more looking at nominating Abrielle at this point. Olivia told Thomas that she would likely be nominating Abrielle, and Thomas said that that was cool because he was closer to Olivia than Abrielle anyway. Shane approached Thomas once again about forming some kind of alliance, and once again Thomas brushed him off. Shane had enough.
So, Thomas, you're definitely against me. Very clear. You're gonna have to go, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna work so hard to get you out right now because this is 3 rounds in a row I've extended some kind of agreement, and every time I'm like, are we good? And you're like, meh, and you walk away. So here we go. Battle lines.
Olivia told Edmund that she had promised Shane, Edmund, and Kat safety. She planned to nominate Abrielle over Shakira at this point. Shane went to Bryn and Olivia and told them that it was time to take out one of the top players of the game, Shakira. Bryn's first reaction was that she wanted to talk to Thomas about it. Olivia said that she was comfortable with nominating Shakira outright because she already warned Shakira outside. Shane also starts pitching a new alliance at this point between Edmund, Shane, Olivia, Bryn, and Abrielle, but no one meets this pitch with the same urgency that Shane feels. Zach, Shakira, and Edmund agreed that they would make a very stable alliance with Thomas. This could potentially lead them all the way to the endgame. Kat, Abrielle, and Thomas speculated about the potential nominations. Thomas said that he didn't understand why Shane was being extended safety. The only reason Shane was being offered safety was because he was randomly picked to be on a team with the other 3 greenhouse members. That didn't sit right with Thomas, especially because he wanted to see Shane go. After Shane left Bryn and Olivia in the library, Thomas joined them, and he explained that there was no reason to keep Shane safe. The only reason he was on the team was because of a random draw. Olivia said that she was not comfortable breaking her word to Shane, but Bryn had not promised that she wouldn't nominate Shane this round, and she was interested in the move, especially because Thomas pitched it as a safe move that wouldn't rock the boat. And at the nomination ceremony, Olivia nominated Shakira, and Bryn went with Thomas's plan to nominate Shane. At the start of the auction, Shakira and Thomas agreed that Shane would definitely go home at the vote, so Shakira didn't need to spend her seeds on an uproot here. Shane felt betrayed by his ex-ally, Bryn, And Brynn explained that she thought it was the best move for her, and at the end of the day, Shane would be on jury so he could take it out on her in the end. Brynn said this as more of a friendly, like, hey, at least there's something going no matter what, but Shane took it as an outright, you're going home type of ultimatum statement. He told the others about it, and the word spread like wildfire that Brynn was ice cold. Olivia apologized to Shakira for nominating her. Shakira said that she thought she would be safe, so she's fine. Thomas told Shane that he was closer to Shakira and would likely vote out Shane at the next banishment. Thomas and Edmund agreed that it was time for Shane to go. Edmund also told Thomas about his conversation with Shakira and Zach, and that the four of them could make a strong alliance. Thomas agreed. Kat told Brynn about Shane's retelling of the "at least you'll be on jury" comment. Brynn clarified that she didn't say it in some sort of mean way. It was more of like a consolation type of comment. Shane told Edmund that he was on the bottom and would likely follow Shane out the game. He told Edmund that he really messed up during the Greenhouse Challenge this week. At the end of the auction, Shane bought a seed count, wrote down the results, and shared it with his only ally, Edmund.
This is basically a last-ditch effort to try and use some kind of information. All I had was 2 seeds, but everyone has pretty much told me to my face that I'm going home. So this is honestly just to make some people sweat. I'm going to try and help some allies, but good job. They played me. It's fine.
What did you learn anything from seed count?
Thomas, I knew he had a lot. He said that he wanted to go in. Honestly, I just don't get Brynn's gameplay right now. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And so he has a lot. Who's the other S? Shakira has 3 C's, but she's obviously on the block, so that makes sense. I mean, this really didn't matter. Like, not everyone, it looks about right. And obviously everyone was like, no, I'm not giving you a seat, because I straight up asked them. I was like, why not? What's the worst that can happen? But this is basically to make people sweat, because, like, why not? And I've got a jury vote, so I don't know, bargaining power, or I just want to know who lied. I mean, I was lying, obviously, too, but I don't know, just more information from the jury side. So we'll see. Yeah, like Edmund, I told him draw the battle lines, and he gave Olivia the power. That made no fucking sense at all. And I told him that, and he's like, afterwards he figured it out. I'm like, bro, that was the time to make a gutsy call, and you didn't do it, and that's why we're in this situation. And I think he's probably gonna follow me right after. I mean, it's not his fault, but it's just like, the math was math, and it was right there. Why did you do that? So yeah, I do think that they coordinated that. Thomas has got the gift of gab, obviously. So I left him a seed. I hope he plays well, but I think he's following me pretty closely after. If he's not, kudos to him, because he's playing a good game. But I think the writing's on the wall for 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Like, it's going to be Shakira and Thomas at the top, obviously. So we'll see how this plays out.
Kat was really turned off by the way Shane retold the story about Brynn. She thought that Shane was outright lying about Brynn in order to throw her under the bus.
I have no seeds, no power. Not sure where it's going. I think I'm just, like, I got onto a roller coaster and thought I was in the front seat, but really I'm in the middle seat. And, like, I'm strapped in and it's too late. It's too late to do anything. I cannot stop the ride.
Initially, my personal plan was to put Shakira and I wanted Shakira and Zach, one of them, to be gone. My initial thought process was to put Shakira up on the block and Thomas Luke up on the block, and that way I knew one of them would have the support to get the one that takes him off the block, uproot. And then that way, I was banking on it being Thomas, because I do have an alliance with Thomas, and I was going to speak to Thomas about this. That way it would be Shakira and Zach, and one of them would go home. However, I was in the room with Olivia and Shane, and then Shane left, Thomas came in, and Thomas looked me in the face and said, well, why not just make it Shane? And so I got Olivia to agree to Shakira, make her sweat a little bit. But I think ultimately this is to get Shane out of here because he's doing a little bit of a rogue moment where he's kind of grasping. I've been told that he's twisted my words and what I've said, and I don't know. The decision to put him up on the block was purely last minute. Purely last minute and not a whole lot of thought behind it. But looking back now, it's kind of a good move. I'm rambling now, but I do feel bad. This is not in my nature to be this type of person.
At the banishment ceremony, it was Shane's turn to go, and he became the third member of the jury. After a noisy but fun greenhouse challenge, Kat, Shakira, and Zach entered the greenhouse. Shakira was in first place, and she chose 2 seeds, allowing Kat and Zach to hold all the power this week, after they agreed not to nominate her. Additionally, Zach flagged that Brynn would be his likely target. Whenever Brynn went to talk to Zach, Zach warned Brynn that she would likely be nominated. Brynn said that she understood and didn't really fight back.
I think people are just kind of aware that this is the last straws. I think we kind of ended up with a really good group of people who have kind of built a trust and respect throughout the game. We kind of weeded everybody out who is at least just kind of sneaky or not necessarily holding up to the trust or the standards the rest of the players have. So I think we're just at a point where just kind of see who picks who is going to strategize the best, who's going to keep who here. And I think this is no longer what we do now. It's kind of a culmination of what we have been doing this entire game. Who did you talk to? Who did you make the effort with? Who did you build that bond with? And that's kind of showing right here with who did it and who didn't.
Kat was vocal that she had no targets and did not know what to do. After Thomas brought her some coffee, she promised Olivia safety. Zach told Thomas that he would likely nominate Brynn. Thomas was fine with this and solidified the Final Four alliance with Zach. Kat then promised Abrielle safety in the library. She was running out of options. Abrielle told Thomas that she was getting a bit frustrated in the game because it felt like every round she had to reset because all of her alliances would dissolve at each banishment. They agreed that their relationship had been solid from the beginning, and they can continue working together. Shakira and Edmund cleared the air after Edmund confronted Shakira about her relationship with Zach in front of Zach. Ultimately, they left the conversation on the same page, and then they met up with Zach and Thomas to solidify the Final Four deal with all 4 members present. Whenever Edmund joined Kat in the library, he ultimately talked Kat into promising him safety as well, leaving only Thomas left without a safety promise. As a result, at the nomination ceremony, Zach nominated Brynn as planned, and Kat nominated Thomas, the only person she hadn't promised safety to. So what will happen in the next auction? And who will go home next? See you next time on The Greenhouse, Season 3.